Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This shir is entitled "My Hot Potato Fell on a Meat Counter." What's Halacha? Baruch Hashem, the Kehillah is wonderful. Always asking questions. Things that happen in the kitchen, things always go wrong in the kitchen, especially when the kids are all home during the Seger. Things are happening. Kids using the pans, the meat pans, the dairy pans. There's a lot going on. So this specific case it can happen to anyone, not just when the kid's making a mistake. A person has a dairy pot cooking pareve, has hot vegetables in it, takes it out, falls onto the meat counter. So it's a hot potato. It's known as a davar gush. There's an intense heat in it, and it falls onto the meat counter. The question is, what's the status of that potato? Can you just take it and put it back into the pot? So the question is, assuming it's clean, the counter, so there's no mamashut there, there's no physical meat on the counter. The thing is, it's a meat counter. Sometimes there's hot meat on that counter, or maybe not, depending on the home. Person make sure nothing ever drips. It could be. So we don't even need to get into the long history of what happened to the counter. Just let's look in the last 24 hours. Ben Yomo, any hot meat fell on that counter the last 24 hours. And assuming not, even if there was a meat pot there, but the meat pot didn't have gook and stuff all over it, hot soup dripping down where it was on the counter, just a pot. So a meat pot on the counter is not going to transfer anything. Hot meat would. But if you didn't have any hot meat in the last 24 hours, which is usually the case, so then that counter is considered to be irrelevant. And the potato did not absorb anything from that counter, any problematic taste, and therefore it could be put back into the pot because there was no transfers of any meat taste into the potato. Shalom.